The purpose of this video is to give you an idea of what you will be seeing on the SAGE certification test, and also to help you come up with some strategies as to how you might approach questions that appear on this test. We're going to be going over a sample test that you also have access to. You can work at one time. Once you establish your account at Sage U, it will give you access to this same test that I'm going to be working right here. Now, the SAGE certification really is going to work quite differently if you've already taken our certification test in Excel or in QuickBooks. This is an open book test. You can have any resources at your disposal as long as you're doing all your work independently. My suggestion is that you bring a laptop to the testing period with you. We'll put you on a computer in the lab to take the test. Have your laptop right beside you, and on your laptop you can look up any information that you may need to help you answer the questions on the test. My suggestion to you is that you start off with your computer on Sage. And I will go to open a sample company, and I would pick Bellwether Garden Supply. And then I'm going to work through each of these questions to see if I can find the answer. So, question 1 says, in the year-end wizard, you can skip the backup process and continue to close the year. True or false? Well, the easiest way to answer that, I believe, is just to try it. Let's go to Task, System, Year-end Wizard. I'll tell it Next, 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 Next. And now it asks me about backing up. It says, before Sage closes the year, you must create at least one backup company file. You see, I can't get to Next. So the answer to that question must be false. You cannot skip the backup process. So I'll answer false. Question 2, you can restrict a user's access to the Maintain Customers window while allowing the same user to access other customers and sales functions. Again, let's find the answer to that question. Let's go to Maintain, Users, Set up Security, New User. I'll just set up an admin first here. All right, so now let's have a new user. Username, just test is fine. What kind of access? We're going to try selected access. Again, the question is, can we restrict their access to the Maintain Customers window while letting them access other customers and sales functions? So let's go over here to Customers and Sales. Maintenance, which will be my Maintain Customers. So let's tell it View Only. We can restrict the access. Can we allow them to get to other customers and sales functions? Well, yes, we can. So we can limit their ability to see the Maintain functions while having full access to the others. So the answer to that question must be yes. Question 3, which of the following backup and restore options are available using the System Navigation screen? Check all that apply. They specifically stated using the System Navigation screen, which is over here. So let's see what the options are. They asked me if we can do backup now. Well, we see that option here, so I'm going to mark it. Online backup, I don't see that option. Automatic backup, I do see that option. And restore now, I see that option. So I'm going to mark those 3. Question 4, which of the following options cannot be changed after completing the new company setup wizard? Check all that apply. Well, I'm going to go to File, New Company, Next. Choose an accounting method. Notice this cannot be changed after your company is created. So we know we cannot change that one. So I'm going to mark accounting method cannot be changed. Posting method. Notice you can change this anytime. So we're not going to mark that one. Company name, we know we can easily change that under Maintain Company. So the next question would be the fiscal year structure. Doesn't really tell us for sure if we can change that. But right here on the next screen, when it says to pick the first period of fiscal year, it says this cannot be changed after your company is created. So I think we're pretty comfortable answering that you cannot change the accounting method and the fiscal year structure. There's no indication that you could change fiscal year structure. I'm going to open Bellwether back. Next question, what is the maximum number of decimal places you can set for unit price fields? I'm going to go to Options, Global, Number of decimal places for unit price fields. I'll click the downward arrow. Scroll down, we see that 5 is the maximum. So I'll answer 5 to that question. Question 6, where do you change the posting method? I'm going to go to Maintain, Company Information. Here's where my posting method gets changed. So my answer is going to be Maintain Company Information. Question 7, one of the options during the new company setup wizard allows you to copy the chart of accounts of an existing company. Again, let's try it and see. Let's go to File, New Company. Next. Let's see my options. Use a sample business company, copy settings from an existing Sage 50 accounting company. So my answer to the question must be true. One of the options during the new company setup wizard does allow us to copy the chart of accounts from an existing company. I'm again going to open Bellwether. My next question says, which list allow you to customize the date ranges? Select all that apply. Going to go to List. And the options they're giving me is deposit, paycheck, receipts, and payments. So receipts falls right here under customers, which is under list. The question is, can we customize the date ranges? Notice they give me here an option to custom dates. So we know we can do it on receipts. Next one, let's check paychecks. Let's go to employees, paychecks. Here's my paycheck list. They give me options, but I can't pick custom here. So I'm not going to select paychecks as an option. My next option is deposits. So let's go to list, customers and sales, deposits. Well, we do have the option here to pick custom date ranges. So the answer is going to be true for deposits. And finally, payments. That's going to be list. Get the payments. Can we customize it? Yes, we can. So I'm going to check payments also. So I have selected deposits, receipts, and payments. Question number 9. What is the minimum number of fiscal periods your company can have each year? Well, to answer that one, I think we better go back to new company setup. File, new company. Again, I'm just going to make up some fictitious info, click through till I get to the questions that I need. I can select accounting periods that don't match the calendar years. How many accounting periods do I want in the year? Well, let's look at the list. The list goes down to as few as 1. The minimum number of fiscal periods a company can have in a year must be 1. Question number 10. What is the name of the utility that is available in the Data Integrity section of the System Navigation Center that enables you to verify if any of your data files are missing or possibly damaged? Well, they specifically stated the System Navigation Center. So I'm going to go to System. My utilities down here. They are asking for the utility that allows you to verify if any data files are missing or possibly damaged. We can click on why is data verification important. It says data verification is a utility that allows you to verify if any of your data files are missing or possibly damaged. So it sounds like the answer to our question must be data verification. Question number 11. You should always restore a backup made before a year-end purge or purge wizard process if the process was stopped prematurely. Now, I really don't have a way to suggest that you're going to go and find the answer to that question necessarily. You might be able to Google it and find some resources, but they're saying if you were in the process of purging things at year end and something went wrong, your computer shut down or something went wrong, well, at that point, I think it seems reasonable to think that you're going to have to go back and restore your last backup file in order to get started again, because otherwise you're going to be caught in the middle of things. So I'm going to go with the option true on that one. Number 12, the posting methods available for Sage 50 versions are, well, let's look. We can go to maintain, company information, posting methods right here. Let's click the arrow, and my options are real-time and batch. So I'm going to select real-time and batch. Number 13, what is the file extension for a Sage 50 backup company? Well, I hope we don't need to look this one up. We've been using that all semester long, so let's go with the PTB there. Question number 14, what accounting method should you choose in order to post transactions to your general ledger only at the time payment is made or received? Now, I really hope you know the answer to this based upon what you've learned in your accounting classes. What we really preach to you in your accounting classes is the accrual basis of accounting. And under the accrual basis of accounting, revenue is recorded when it is earned, expenses are recorded when they are incurred. So accrual basis is definitely not the right answer to this one. We also teach you in your early accounting class that under the cash basis of accounting, revenue is recorded when cash comes in, expenses are recorded when cash goes out. And so cash basis would be our answer to this question then. Again, if you're unsure, you could go and Google those items. Another option for you to consider would be to set up a new company. File, new company. Next, again, just put in something to get us through these screens. And when you get to the screen that says choose an accounting method, it gives you the options of accrual versus cash. And under cash, it tells me income is recorded when you receive the money. Expenses are recorded when you pay the bills. So that is clearly the answer then to our question. Another way to find that in addition to what you've learned in your accounting classes. Question number 15. What is the maximum number of accounting periods that one fiscal year can include? Well, if we're not sure about that, we might could Google it, or I can continue with my process of creating a new company. I can tell it accounting periods that don't match the calendar years. And let's see, let's go to the top. How many accounting periods do you want? Well, the maximum number that I'm allowed to select then would be 13. So I'm going to go with 13. I hope that helps you better understand just some strategy tips to approach this test. I suspect that you're going to know the answers to a few of these questions right off the top of your head. I think you're going to need to look up many of them. And I think your best way to look it up is by having your Bellwether Garden Supply company right there. And when it asks you something, you go to the screen they're talking about and see if you can figure it out. And that may involve setting up a new company. That may be going to some navigation screens. That may be going to things from the menu. But I would literally try to do the things that they're asking you and see if you can find the answer based upon that. There also is a Sage knowledge base that you're welcome to try to Google your questions and see if you can find them answered there. But I think it's going to be quicker, at least initially, if your search point is going through the sample company in Sage to see if you can find the answer then. I would encourage you, if you aren't sure about the answer to something, you can come back here and mark it for follow-up. And I would encourage you to do that. Answer the ones you can find the answers for. And then if you have time left at the end, come back and see if you can find the right answer for the others. Of course, worst case, you take a guess. You have a 1 out of 4 chance of getting it right if you just guess at it. But I would save that till the very end if you're out of time. I would plan on being at the test for 2 hours. I would not try to speed up the process. I would want to take advantage of every minute that you have so you can research as thoroughly as possible what is the correct answer to each question. You've got to make an 80 on this test to get credit for it. And so want to make sure that you get everyone right that you possibly can find. And that's going to require looking at a lot of Sage screens in order to answer their questions.